Hiya, howdy doody. Yeah. Right. I think of Virginia. Yeah. What it is, I were watching thingy on YouTube. Commode Uncut, yeah. And one of his recent ones was about film books and stuff. And we're asking people, you know, which are your favourite film books and all this. And I watched it, I thought, that's giving me an idea. I'll do one. Quick mini review of all these film books, yeah? So we'll have to whiz through them pretty quick, I guess. So seeing I got idea from Commode, his latest one, which is Hatchet Job, Love Movies, Hate Critics. All about critics and opinions and stuff like this. And in typical Commode form, like, obviously opinionated, but he's always worth a read, I think. I've got his other one up there somewhere, Good Bad at Multiplex, so that's worth a read as well. That guy who comes to him at one at theatres, have you got something to say to me? Turns out he'd slagged off one of his films, like, say it to me face, say it, you know, bastard. So yeah, like the other one, there's a lot of opinions, but there's some funny stuff in it as well, and some interesting comments regarding film criticism, and you know, to do with modern technology like Twitter and stuff like this, you know, how it can inform opinions and all that. So it's all about that kind of stuff. So I'm up to the last chapter now. Happy Sappy Endings, epilogue. I've got about 20 pages go. But yeah, worth a read. Yeah, it's alright, yeah. So that's Hatchet Job. That's first one. Next one. Of course, William Goldman, Adventures in the Screen Trade. You know, my original copy of this, which my dad gave me years ago, he says, read this, it's classic. Can't find it anywhere. I don't know where the fucking hell it is. So, I had to get the, I think 2000 and odd edition anyway, which I borrowed off my dad again. So, yeah, this is an absolute classic, this. It's if you're into movies generally, it's a must read, and certainly if you're an aspiring screenwriter, whatever, absolute Bible, yeah. Adventures in Screen Trade. Lots of good stuff in it. He's got a good style as well, Goldman. He's dead easy to read, yeah. And there's loads of great Hollywood stories in this. All the President's Men with the other script on the table. The Grand Hotel one, that's a classic. There's that, the one where the lawyers are arguing who's going to get top billing in Terran Inferno, Steve McQueen and Paul Newman. Yeah, piss funny. So, yeah, highly recommended. Adventures in the Screen Trade, must read. Although, anything by Goldman, yeah. Magic, remember Magic? That's an old 70s copy. Two different viewpoints of the dummy. Or Which Lie Did I Tell? Which is a kind of sequel to Adventures in the Screen Trade. Hype and Glory, where he's a judge at Cannes Film Festival. Or and the Miss America pageant. Again, all definitely worth reading. In this one, when he's at Cannes Film Festival, he's there one morning, like, reading paper, and he hears these two guys overhears them bullshitting each other, and he classifies them as American bullshitter, stuffing down his eggs and coffee, English counterpart, yes, they do drink tea. And conversation goes like this. Excuse the crappy American accent, like, you know. We're a different kind of company, this one I'm representing. Like, different? How different? Well, we're into $3 to $5 million pictures, action orientated. I fail to see how that makes you different. Well, we won't mind if one of our pictures every year or so had some intelligence attached to it. That makes you different from everyone. Classic. So yeah, anything by Gorman, highly recommended, yeah? So that's all there. If you're into your reference stuff, David Thompson, biography, dictionary of film, this is the 2005 edition. I think he's updated it twice since. Yeah. I think he writes for New Republic now, innit? Yeah, it's worth a read, but he's a bit of a harsh taskmaster, Thompson, yeah. I mean, some comments spot on, some of them way off. Saying Who Framed Roger Rabbit is best Disney movie they ever made. Bollocks. That's one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's so overrated, that film. It's like being hit over the head with an hammer for like 2 hours. Talk about noisy. Honest. But let's say his entry on James Dean, that's a good one, with the cinema and the carpet. Yeah, and his entry with Ronald Reagan, that's a classic as well. The greatest career move in movie history, like, you know. So, yeah, he's definitely worth a read, Thompson, but like I said, it's harshy sometimes, like, you know, but there you go. Next one. High Concept. Don Simpson and the Hollywood Culture of Excess. Fucking hell, honest. Talk about on another planet for Don Simpson. I mean, so much stuff in it. I mean, and you've all drugs he were on about 98 different drugs as well, you know. And but it takes you through all the 80s stuff, you know, from say Flashdance or Top Gun and all this, and the Simpson Bruckheimer era and all this. Yeah, it's quite good. Well worth a read. And there's a scene where, well, there's a bit in the book where he's at home with his mate watching telly, and there's this go-go dancer type woman on TV, you know, and he says to his mate, "See her, get her for me. I like her, she's trash. I like trash. I am trash." Classic. So yeah, definitely worth a read. High Concept. This one I've had for a bit actually. Essential Guide to Hong Kong Movies, but it's from 94. This Rick Baker, Toby Russell. It needs updating really, but it goes through all Chinese, Japanese martial arts stuff from classic kung fu from 70s, and it's got different categories in it. There's loads of pages, illustrations in it, and it's definitely worth a read if you're into your Hong Kong kung fu stuff, yeah? It's about time, but get an updated version if you can. I don't know whether they've actually done an updated version, but it needs it if they've not done it, yeah? So there, Essential Guide to Hong Kong Movies. Classic. Seduction of the Gullible, John Martin. This is the thingy edition. This came out a few years back, 97 edition, but I know it has been updated since. I think you can get it in Dark Side. But yeah, the curious history of the British video nasties phenomenon. All goes back to 84 video recordings, that, yeah. All through Video Nasty Scurs, up to 92 alternate, you know, with Charles Play Free and all this. And it gives you a lowdown on alt nasties, all 39 of them, and then a chronology at the back about how it all went down in the media. Yeah. Well worth a read. He's got a sense of humour as well, John Martin's piss funny. And end of his review to Jess Franco's Bloody Moon. I think he once said it Dark Side, it was bloody awful. Dusting off his trusty chainsaw, he reduces his tormentors to grungy gouts of gushing gristle. The end, thank Christ. And but when you read this, you realise what a complete, you know, media hysteria it all were. You know, and you look back on it now and it's like, fucking hell. You know, people were actually sent to jail for selling Evil Dead, you know, honest. Yeah, well worth a read. And it's good that he's back in Darkside now, isn't he, doing his reviews. That were good. He's one to where he visited locations to Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. I want to see him go Matul so we can do one to Zombie Flesh Eaters, yeah? So, right, so that's that. Seduction of the Gullible. Highly recommended. Couple here, Alexander Walker. It's Only a Movie, Ingrid. Various stories on regarding his, you know, career as a film critic and meeting the, you know, rich and famous like. All good stories. The one on Laurence Olivier, that's a good one. And the one on the last chapter, I think, on Kubrick. But yeah, again, another guy. Good writing style, dead easy to read. Definitely worth a read. Any Alexander Walker stuff. I've got another one here. National Heroes, British cinema in 70s and 80s. That's good. I know he did quite a few of these, and his last one, before he popped his clogs, I've got that somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I'll get into that when I bloody find it. You know, all about the history of British film and all this. So it's, yeah, that is worth a read. Yeah, 60s and 70s, definitely. So that's Alexander Walker. What have we got next? Oh yeah, Stanley Kubrick biography, John Baxter.